So today we have David Williamson, a nomination in the Best Screenplay for Feature Film, Best of Show, and Best Screenplay of the Year for the screenplay Pretty Little Lucy. Congratulations, David.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here with us. And so can you tell us a bit what made you go into films? What made you a writer?
Um, it's kind of funny because I always wanted to do film and music. Music's actually my first love, to be perfectly honest. But when I was a teenager, I always had like that weird dream of wanting to go be a rock star, and so that was kind of one of the pushes. Early on, it was uh, I've always been kind of fascinated with it, like the movie psychology and the way that stories can help people process like difficult situations. But within the last couple years, after this strange catfishing incident with somebody posing as actress Lucy Hale, that kind of got me back into writing. So, for a long time, I was in a different direction because I had to focus on family and working, particularly in healthcare and so social work fields like I was a pharmacy technician for 6 years, working for Rite Aid until, Rite Aid finally collapsed and is no longer a company. But the catfishing incident kind of pulled me back into writing after taking like a 15-year hiatus from really pursuing anything. Um, so, the big thing that I want is to show how my experience with the situation uh, connects with people psychologically, and how these vulnerabilities really create like this unique situation.
So it's something that is happening a lot right now as well. Like people who fall in love with some celebrity online and they get stolen. And
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a huge society problem these days.
Right. And it's really a timely situation, like a timely theme. The story itself explores like loneliness and digital deception and that psychology of connection between person to person. So these parasocial relationships really take this weird turn with people, and you got a scam artist is trying to take advantage of other people, and they weaponize a celebrity's persona just to be able to do that. And I think it's something that's big that's happening right now, and it's not so much like myself as a victim or anybody else that's a victim, but also the celebrity. They're just as much a victim of their own success as they
Mhm.
are as someone like me who allowed something like this to perpetuate.
And I think it's helpful as a script, like it helps us like understand what makes someone believe those kind of things, like how someone can be led to believe like what psychological state you have to be in to fall in love or like be manipulated like that. So it's super interesting to see that as well.
Right. And that was a big thing that I wanted to address with it, because I think a lot of these catfish stories and stuff is more like tabloid fodder, and people need to understand, the different side of it. And I think showing the emotional and psychological uh, and mental health type aspect really changes people's perception of it, which
Hmm.
I think is important right now because, a lot of folks would say, how could you fall for a scam? Well, this is how you fall for a scam:
Yes.
that isolation, that loneliness, the way that you're feeling with your spouse and your family. There's so many different components that really drive the psychological aspect of it that really push the boundaries of it.
Yes. So is that the kind of message that you want to transmit when you write? Like messages that are from problems from current society in general?
I think for me, like I really like to deal with human vulnerability and people's emotional intelligence. So, like the psychology and human behavior is a very important aspect. Psychological realism is also very important, which is something that current films uh, do not address. You know, it has these happy endings, or like these prefabricated structures of how things should go, and reality is it's not like that. And the connections that we make with people psychologically, interpersonally, is completely different than what's displayed in film and television, which I'm trying to go more on how people are psychologically impacted, like the empathy and trust and uh, the intergender relationships and how we all kind of communicate and live together in this world. So I think like a story like Pretty Little Lucy explores like the tension and the and how those connections actually relate and how it's moves beyond fiction and more into uh, reality.
So it's very important to have scripts like that as well. It would make a change to see those those films on television and other types of media. So keep writing, please.
I got a lot of good stuff in the works, so I mean this isn't my only song and dance. I got some pretty pretty intense emotional screenplays along with this that are coming down the line. I have one that's called Trust Fall, which is about a girl that falls victim to a sexual predator,
Okay.
um, and her son gets sexually abused from him. So I mean, I think it's stories like that that opens up dialogue, and those are the ones that really stick with people because that type of stuff actually does happen in the world, and we're not in the Leave It to Beaver world anymore. That 1950s, 1960s style of writing is not where we're at uh, in a societal form. You know what I mean? We need to be more open and expressive of what's real, versus
Mhm.
what happened 40, 50 years ago.
Yes, exactly. And so where can we follow you? You have a website?
Yeah, you can reach me at ddubswickedcreations.com. That's DDUBBS wickedcreations.com. Um, I also have a link tree available that you can catch me on all my social media. I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, just about any social media that you can find. I have a connection on it. Pretty Little Lucy even has an Instagram page now, so if people want to stop in and see what's new, the different awards that it's winning, parts of my transmedia campaign are included with that. So always great. I love to connect with people. So if anybody has questions or they want to connect with me, feel free to stop in, send me a message, and I'm more than happy to oblige.
That's super awesome. So thank you so much, David. So I will be in touch for the rest of the festival. And thank you again for being here today with us. And we'll put the link to your website underneath the YouTube video. So anybody who wants to reach can do it.
Thank you. And I'm really appreciative of being here and, all the love and support that Digital Graphics has been giving me. It means a lot. And I look forward to seeing more from you folks in the future here and maybe have some more conversations about future stories. So thank you.
Yes, we hope so as well. We hope to read more of your scripts. So have a good rest of the day, and I will be in touch today for the link and the interview.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, you too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.